What's up, YouTube? It's the Sage, and I had a battle with ItzKousii. And he's a good friend of mine. We always do these weird, lolzy little battles. So, I send out my Haunter, King Boo, and he sends out his powerhouse, which is Scarf, and he goes Thunderbolt, because if it wasn't Scarf, that would outsped it. So, knowing that I didn't want to let my Haunter die already, I went to my Spider-Man, and he Thunderbolts because, you know, he has no other chance. So, on his switch, I go for the Agility, and he goes into his LOL, which is the Rotom flying thing. And I got my Agility up, so I go for Hidden Power Ice, and it does about like, it does more than half. When I thought it did less. But he goes for the Will-O-Wisp, so I can lose HP because I have Life Orb, and it's just gonna make me not live long enough. So he switches out, goes into his Bluegill, and knowing that he could switch at any time, I go for the Electro Ball because I knew it could kill with either move. So I got happy. I got to kill out this thing because it's annoying. I know it. So he sends out his A, B, C, 1, 2, 3, and it's his Dodrio, and I know I couldn't do anything, so I might as well just kill myself. He goes for a Sucker Punch. Then I go into I Run This, and I know he had to switch out, so I went and used the U-turn, and he goes on his Anto, Step on Me, and I go back thinking that was something that could take this, and I go into my King Boo, and he switches out, goes into his Rotom Flying as I go for the Trick, give him choice specs and gives me leftovers. So he's pretty much, his Rotom is pretty much useless in a way, but I could outspeed it anyway, so I go for the Sludge Bomb, and it kills him. As I get my leftovers, which I stole, he goes into his Powerhouse, and I was like, I don't care. I wanted to see what he would lock himself into, so I let my King Boo die, and I kind of felt bad, but I don't care. Then I send out I Like Girls, and he reviews his Powerhouse, and he goes into his Fire Fang. His Steratome, stockpile one. Now this is gonna get a little annoying, right? He goes for the Nasty Plot, and I go for Fire Punch to see how much it does. And because those things are so goddamn bulky, he doesn't do shit. So for he goes for the Hidden Power Fighting, and because I'm Evolution Stoned and I have stockpile, it doesn't do half. So knowing that he'll do something, he'll Pain Slip, I go for the Stockpile, because I mean, what else am I going to do to him? So I Stockpile, and I get my Special Defense and my Defense Risen, and he goes for the Nasty Plot, knowing that I'm just going to do it again, which I do. And I Stockpile, so now I'm at the highest possible thing for Stockpile, 3. So he goes another Nasty Plot to make him go to +6, and I was like, good thing he's slower, he would have swept me by now. But I go for the Fire Punch, see how much it does, and I've been looking for a crit and a burn, just because, you know, that's the only way I'm going to get damage on this thing, or at least a burn, that's all I want. So I go for the Fire Punch, and guess what I get? I get a crit, and I get the burn. So he's just fucking mad, and I just love my life. It's just fuck yes. So he goes for the Hidden Power to finish me off, and I Like Girls dies, and it's alright because I like girls and nothing's wrong with that. So he goes out, and so he brings him out, and I go into I Run This, and I just go for the U-turn just because. I mean, what else would I do? Why wouldn't I do anything else? So I go into his Hate, and he goes into I Step on Me. And I know he was going to do something like X's or something. So I had a Focus Sash, so I was fine. So I go for the Superpower. And it does almost kills it. So I know I was going to use the Sucker Punch. Then he Platoon passes into his A, B, C, 1, 2, 3, and then I know he's going to go Sucker Punch, so I was going to be a little bitch and just stall out his Sucker Punch, just because, you know, I was being a bitch. So I keep going for Swords Dance, and keep going, and I was keeping count of how much Sucker Punches he had, so I just kept going, and going, and going, and going. I just did random moves just so it wouldn't hit him, so he couldn't hit me or anything, because if I let Absol die, he would be like, this Giorgio could have like got rid of the rest of my team, and that'd have been really annoying, like really annoying. Noticing that his sucker punch count is like almost done, he only has one more left. He goes into his step on me, and I go for the magic coke just because I was just, So I go for the sucker punch because I'm at +6. I mean, why not? So, and I die. Then he goes to the A, B, C. Alright, I gotta stop doing that. And he goes to the sucker punch, his last sucker punch. So I was like, yeah, why not? Now he's not scary anymore. So, because I know he'd only struggle if he used anything else. I go for the U-turn on my I run disc, and it kills out his no king, which is, fine, I guess. Well, great, really. And I go into my fuck knight, which is my cute little Altarian thing. And it has Cloud9, but that doesn't matter right now. So he goes for the Stone Edge, and I'm like, whatever. 1-0, that's fine with me. But I live with 15 HP, and I go for the Outrage. So good game, Kowalski, and see you later, everybody.